的，可以一起来解释一下。
Is there any man from Shanghai who can explain this? Why is it so strange? Some men are reliable and ambitious, caring for their families. They exercise regularly, have a good physique, can handle housework, and cook really well, and they earn at least 10,000 yuan on average. My circle of friends is pretty clean. We don't hang out at nightclubs or mess around. Yet these men just won't come out and look for a girlfriend. In Shanghai, there are plenty of unmarried women coming to my matchmaking events, but hardly any unmarried men. Nowadays, it seems that for every one Shanghai man, there are several, or even over a dozen, women competing. And the women are really desperate. It's not that they don't want a partner. If there are no men, how can they find one? So now, whenever one man shows up, everyone rushes for him.
Guys, they said we want the beer, but now they don't want to go and hang out in the woods. Men going their own way is humbling women. Women do not know what to do, how to respond, because men are no longer dating. They're no longer having relationships. They're choosing to focus on themselves and their own peace. Today's video comes from the China Unvarnished channel. Their channel will be linked in the description of the video so that you can go check them out and support them. Watch the end of the video to fully understand the implications of men walking away from society, choosing no longer to marry, no longer to date, instead focus on their own happiness, and what that's going to mean for women going forward as they can no longer find men who are willing to even speak to them. Don't forget to follow us on Rumble. Our Rumble's linked in the description of the video. We're beginning to migrate to Rumble away from, well, not completely away from this platform, but most of our content will be coming out on Rumble, not over here. So go and follow us over there. There's about a month left before that's going to really go down. And now let's go ahead and jump right into the video after a message from Angry's Crypto Academy. You guys know the drill. You know that hard times are here. The financial system is on the brink of collapse. ATMs will freeze and banks will chain up those doors just like they did when the Greek economy collapsed. Your assets are at serious risk. Discover how to protect your wealth with cryptocurrency. At Angry's Crypto Academy, you'll master the skills to buy, sell, trade, and invest in the most secure coins, plus uncover 4 coins that virtually no one is talking about, poised to create new millionaires in the upcoming bull run. Click the link in the video description below to find out what these cryptos are and join the academy today.
Going on for a long time. A few months ago, Shanghai held a rather special matchmaking event with an interesting rule. Every woman had to pay 600 yuan.
And, just interrupting you just for a moment, guys. This is the first episode of Angry After Dark. We did a long podcast, a 3-hour podcast yesterday, and you guys were like, someone tossed out the idea, hey, you should start doing something called Angry After Dark. So this is episode 1 of Angry After Dark. Let me know if you guys want the name to stick around. You voted for it. About 80% of you said you wanted us to keep the name Angry After Dark. So yeah, this is the inaugural. This is the first, and I don't know, we'll see if it's the last. This is the first episode of Angry After Dark, the angry, I guess basically technically the Angry Guy podcast after dark. We'll see if we can do this on a regular basis for you guys, and yeah, let's jump right back in.
While men could attend for free, the women expected a flood of male participants, but to everyone's surprise, nearly 1,000 women showed up, while fewer than 50 men participated. Whether it's first-tier cities like Beijing and Guangzhou, or new first-tier cities like Hangzhou and Chengdu, and even many provincial capitals, the ratio of marriageable men to women is severely unbalanced. The reality isn't as simple as some might imagine. Today I looked at some data. Shanghai has about 15 million locals, not including non-locals who have settled here. 6.8 million of them are men. Among men aged 28 to 35, there are roughly 950,000, of which 500,000 are unmarried. And since we have certain criteria when choosing a partner, if you consider only those taller than 1.78 meters, there are just 80,000. For men with a bachelor's degree or higher, only 40,000. What's even scarier is that if you require a man to earn over 400,000 a year, there's only about a 1% chance. That's roughly 400 men. Some netizens commented that these requirements, earning 400,000 yuan a year and being a native Shanghainese, might yield more than 400 eligible men, but at most only a few thousand. However, while unmarried local men in Shanghai are extremely scarce, the city is overflowing with beautiful, mature single women.
There's so many mature, beautiful women in Shanghai. Every year, I travel to about 10 cities, and in each city, I use social apps to connect with locals. In Shanghai, the proportion of mature, single women is the highest.
He added, these women are all in their 30s, with stylish, refined looks and an annual income of over 200,000 yuan.
我深深地感受到他们的内心就3个字
I deeply feel that in their hearts, they just can't accept it. Once you're used to living in Shanghai, you end up thinking everywhere else is like the countryside.
House prices easily reach 100 to 200,000 yuan per square meter, and even an old apartment rents for several thousand a month. It's common to come across elite men earning over $1 million a year. Even a simple bowl of noodles at the mall can cost from a few dozen to over 100, and a taxi ride isn't cheap either. Letting one of these women go back to her hometown would feel like a princess falling into a chicken coop. He added, most of them are doomed never to go back, and they won't get married either. A matchmaking agent said,
为什么一线城市大龄的剩女
Why are there more and more older single women in first-tier cities? It's simple. When you work in a luxury store for a long time, you start to feel like you're a luxury item yourself, or that the luxury goods in the store should be yours. In other words, when you see so much, your standards naturally rise, and you believe it's only natural for you to have those things. Many girls who have lived in these cities for over 5 years feel like they belong there. No matter if their bank account balance is zero or even negative, that mindset remains unchanged. She explained further, men are different. When they look at their salaries and the high cost of housing, they just shake their heads and go back to their hometowns. If you check the most remote areas, you'll see there are plenty of single men. Out of the nation's 30 million singles, most of these are in less developed regions. Women, on the other hand, don't face the pressure of buying houses, cars, or paying dowries. Their biggest expense are cosmetics and handbags, which, compared to first-tier city property prices, are just pocket money. That's why they stubbornly hold their ground. And what weapon do they rely on? Their gradually fading looks. Many older single women spend all their money on beauty treatments and cosmetic surgeries, hoping that one day they'll find a rich husband. When asked to lower their standards, they refuse, because in their eyes, lowering themselves is like doing charity. That's why many matchmakers in parks who set up dates for their daughters have a minimum requirement for a man. He must own a house and earn at least $1 million a year. But their own daughters? They only earn around $5,000 a month. So it's no wonder that in the matchmaking market of first-tier cities, there are so few men, because most men know their worth.
Think about this very carefully. So while the average woman is only making about, 5,000 yuan a month, which is nothing at all, these same women have demands of men to make 100,000 yuan per month. Per year. Well, not 100,000. 1 million yuan per year. So let's check that out. 1 million. Let's go. I'm going to look it up for you guys right now. 1 million yuan to USD. So 1 million. Oh, boy. Let's see here. Let's work this out. I got a yuan calculator up right now, and we're going to figure it out. Okay. So 1 million Chinese yuan works out to $137,300 a year. So you have to earn just a little less than $150,000 a year in China. In China, where a $700 a month salary is a good salary. To make these women happy, to attract one of these women, you have to make almost $150,000 a year. Do you see now why men are walking away from women in relationships? And here's what's funny. You have foreign women who are now flying overseas to go and meet these men. We actually have a video coming out for you guys tomorrow, and it actually talks about this phenomenon where you have women from overseas who are flying into China from other countries to go and get these men. There was a video I saw recently from like International Passport Bro channel, something like that. There was a black guy from Germany. Now, he wasn't from Germany, but he lives in Germany now. He's from the United States, and a German woman flew him out to Germany. He was an average dude, didn't have money like that. This woman flew him out to Germany because she liked him. And then they basically, after getting together, realized they could have a kid together, not necessarily be together in a committed relationship, but they could raise a child together. So he basically got her pregnant. He's been in Germany for many, many years now, working, chilling. Because he has a kid in the country, he has a special type of visa, so he they can't throw him out of the country, and he's living his best life. And this is just the reality of it. Where women, Soraya, S to the B, I talk about Soraya all the time. She talks about this, that she said this: women overseas will compete for men. They will compete for the average man in a from Western societies. And you have women who are from countries like Russia, women from various countries throughout East Asia, who are flying in to China. A lot of these women have their own money and going over there to go and get these men. Some of these women, their parents will literally gift a man a car or land in Russia to, as a thank you to marry their daughter. So yeah, so dowries. So parents overseas are actually paying. You have the parents of women in other countries actually paying what amounts to dowries. Dowries. All right? Or like reverse bride prices for these men. Kings, know your worth. All right? Listen, someone I forgot. Listen to me. I know exactly who said this. The MGTOWs used to have a saying. All right, men going their own way are humbling women. They are humbling women. They used to have a saying. All right, they used to say, "Stop, listen, fellas, stop being out here slinging wood everywhere left and right." All right, nothing is free in this world. Wood is not free. I'm calling it wood because I have to mask the word a little bit, but you understand what I'm saying. They said wood is not free. Wood is not free. And modern women didn't understand that. They thought D was free. D ain't free. Just like P ain't free, D ain't free. P ain't free, D ain't free. Okay? Wood is not free. It's not free. Nothing is free in this world. Well, air is free. Not really. Not really. You have to basically expend energy to keep on living so that you can breathe it. Nothing is free in this world. And modern women, they thought they would be able to get by on their looks forever. But many women have now made men realize that it's not worth it. It's too expensive. Why am I going to waste my life trying to chase someone who doesn't even like me, that demands all of these things from me? It's ridiculous. And women have this, it's a very immature belief that men will always want them because they have the kitty, because they're the ones who can have babies. So men have to put up with them. Men have, no matter what they say, no matter what they do, men will always have to put up with them because they're the only ones who can have babies. They don't seem to comprehend. In a lot of countries now, look at China, where the birth rate is heading towards less than 1. All right, they're already far below replacement levels. Look at places like South Korea, where the birth rate, I think it's below 1 right now. The average woman will have less than 1 child over the course of her life. Japan, very similar birth rate, where these men are choosing to abstain from relationships with women. I understand Japanese people very well. I lived with Japanese people for many years. I know Japanese people very well. And Japanese women, either they don't understand their men, or they are choosing either they don't understand their men, or they're choosing to be dishonest about it, which is likely a combination of things, because they're like, these men are herbivore men, these are grass eater men, they have no interest in women at all. That's a lie. Japan produces the largest amount of adult content. The largest amount of adult content. How is it that Japan can produce the largest amount of adult content, yet they have one of the lowest birth rates in the world? They had the lowest birth rate in the world for a very long time, but now that's been replaced by South Korea. How is this possible? It's quite simple. It's very easy to explain. These men don't want to be in relationships with these individuals. So they would rather consume adult content, spend their money on themselves, go to work, come home, relax, chill, and hang out with their favorite waifu. That's what's happening. It's not that these men don't desire women. It's that they do not want the women who are they're not interested in modern women. They're not interested in modern women and what modern women have to offer. They don't want the stress. They don't want the investment. They see it as a bad deal. And women in Japan refuse to accept that they are being rejected. So, of course, they are going to say that they don't like these men. They're going to say very nasty things about Japanese men, when the reality is that these men as a whole are rejecting them. Japanese men as a whole are rejecting the women in Japan. They're not interested in dating them. They're not interested in having relationships with them. They are more than happy and more than comfortable to chill with their favorite waifu and live their best lives. They go to work, they come home, they eat, sleep, poop, play video games, and that's it. They are not interested in these individuals because they do not see any value or utility there. And for example, in Japan, the way that the legal system works is if you have a kid with a Japanese woman, you basically just have to make peace with the idea that one day she could just pick up the kid and disappear, and there's nothing you can do about it. So when you consider the way that things work over there, men are just walking away, and the Japanese men walked away decades before everyone else, and they were being called herbivore men. These are herbivore men. They have no interest. They have plenty of interest. They're at home consuming certain kinds of content, consuming adult content, chilling with their favorite waifu. They just don't want you. And guys, don't forget, like I said, be like the Japanese. Focus on yourself. Go and get your money, because the financial system is on the brink. ATMs will freeze. The banks will close their doors. Your assets are at serious risk. Discover how to protect your wealth with cryptocurrency. At Angry's Crypto Academy, you'll master the skills to buy, sell, trade, and invest in the most secure coins. Plus, uncover 4 coins that virtually no one is talking about. Poised to create new millionaires in the upcoming bull run. Click the link in the video description below to find out what these cryptos are and join the academy today.
Now let's hear what one man said on the street about his attitude toward older single women.
I absolutely refuse leftover women over 30. This one's already 32. Why on earth would I marry her?
A reporter asks, but aren't you 35? She's 3 years younger than you, and I've seen that her job is very stable. The man replied, I haven't been unfamiliar with leftover women in my life. Let me tell you, leftover women over 30 all share 6 common flaws. The reporter asked him to elaborate. The young man explained,
First, having seen the world when they were young, they develop sky-high standards and feel that no one is good enough for them. Second, even though their looks have already started to decline, they still live in the glory of their youth, casually dismissing any man as ugly or unattractive. Third, their fertility is on the downturn, so having children in the future may be difficult. Fourth, their personalities are generally hard to get along with. If they were more amiable, someone would have already swept them off their feet. Fifth, it's not about love at all. It's all a transaction. They immediately start negotiating conditions with you, asking about your car, house, salary, and even whether your parents have a pension. It's all calculated. 6. If they once had a decent boyfriend, they use the standards they set for their ex when choosing the next one, insisting that the new guy must be even better. Have they ever thought that if their ex was so good to them, why didn't they marry him?
The reporter then commented that the young man's views were too absolute, saying, so you think that all unmarried women over 30 have problems, but you're 35 and still single. Doesn't that suggest you might have problems too? The young man answered, if I have problems, I dare to admit them, but would she dare to admit hers? Some netizens remarked that men nowadays are becoming increasingly sensible. Many matchmaking events have turned into wish-granting sessions for leftover women. Wealthy men scoff at these events altogether, and for those without money, why subject themselves to such humiliation? For some of the women at these matchmaking events, they claim to be enlightened and independent, yet when it comes to the bride price, not a single penny can be negotiated. A fully paid house and car, along with an exorbitant bride price, have become standard requirements for men.
Now think about this very carefully. It's like I told you. In most countries right now, this is just how it is. I lived in Mexico for a long time, and this is something that happens in Mexico. It's something that's in the Caribbean, something that's in Eastern Asian countries. It's in many Hispanic countries, and that is the fact that a lot of people, both socially, whiter skin is preferred, even in Japan. Okay. So there is this draw by a lot of people to have whiter skin. In China, they literally celebrate white skin. Here's the thing. When you have women who are coming from places like Russia, coming from Eastern European countries, into these countries to go and get these men. The men in these countries, what they actually want are what are women with European features. But they settle traditionally for Asian women in their countries that have whiter skin and look maybe a bit exotic. So they can't actually have white women, but they have the closest they can get among their own women. But now you have Eastern European women who are flying into these countries, or Asian women who are flying into these countries, and they're like, you don't have to pay us. You don't have to give us money to marry you. We are more than happy to marry you. We just want you to be a hardworking guy. That's it. In fact, like I said, in some cases, their parents will give the man gifts because these women are looking at the big picture. They're like, oh, for example, oh, you're a man in this country, you're a man in that country. I will benefit by having children with you so that my children will be exotic. My children will speak another language. I will have the ability to own land in another country. And I'm going to be married to someone who is different. Okay? Because where I come from, everyone else is white. So I can marry someone who is different. I can have exotic children. And I'm going to be with someone who is a good person. And I get to learn about a different culture. This is how a lot of women look at it. I am also able to travel between different countries. So it expands my world. My world becomes even bigger. So this is the thing. Modern women don't realize that women around the world want these men. How many women in other countries want a man from the United States that will take them back to the US, that will allow them to go to the US? How many women want one of these men? How many women want an American man? Let me explain something to you. It doesn't matter if you are black or white. When you go to an East Asian country, when you go to a lot of these other countries, you look exotic to them. It sounds strange to you. Just like how, like a lot of Hispanic women may look exotic to us, or a lot of Asian women may look exotic to us, or like some mixed race women, mixed race black ladies like Tyla. Some of these women look, that's a South African singer who's in the U.S. now that's been blowing up. These people look exotic to us. We look exotic to these people. That's how we look to them. When we go to countries where there are only white people, or there are only Asian people, or whatever, we look exotic depending on what you look like. When we go to countries like Japan, the only people in Japan are Japanese. So we look exotic to these people. So they want our traits, they want our noses, they want our skin tones, or they want our cheekbones, they want to look like us. Doesn't matter what you are. Doesn't matter if you're white, doesn't matter if you're black, doesn't matter if you're Hispanic. They don't have you over there. If you're an American, if you're Australian, if you're Canadian, some women want to go live in Canada. A lot of women want to go to the US. Some women want to go to Australia. Some women want to go to England. So they're looking for specific men. So these women around the world, they want these men. All right? So men are looking overseas. A lot of men are looking overseas for women, but something I never realized is, like, I made a video many years ago, men leaving the West, and I talked about it, that women would begin competing for men all around the world, Western men all around the world. There was one thing I did not take into consideration. I never thought about this before, and that's the fact that I said men will travel to meet women in other countries, the rise of the passport kings. But what I failed to realize, which is exactly what Soraya had done like 20 years ago when she met her husband, she came to the US to go look for a man. She wanted a black man, that had the, she grew up watching like VH1, and he had the music videos and guys like Snoop Dogg and LL Cool J, and she fell in love with the culture, and she wanted a man like that, looked like that. And when she was 18 years old, she jumped on a plane from Germany, took off, didn't tell her parents, came to New York, then went to Philadelphia, saw her husband, and she just basically saw him. She was like walking down the street. She spotted him. He spotted her. And she basically said, like, in that instant, I think she said, like, okay, that's him right there. That's going to be my husband right there. And then eventually she stayed in, I think she stayed in the US, like Philadelphia, for like 2 years, and went back to Germany, brought her, and then brought him over to Germany and paid for everything, paid like covered the cost of everything, all right, when he went over there. And they've been together for like 20 years now, maybe 15 years married. It's been a minute, all right. And this is the reality. And her story is not unique, because now I'm hearing stories like this where men have literally done the exact same thing, where they've had women from these countries fly them out because these women want these men. Modern women don't know how much they have messed up, because they don't, guys, you have to understand, they don't like us in Western society, especially in the United States. They don't like us. Think about this very carefully. Women in countries like the US, like you have feminist little Sweden. Feminist little Sweden. I will tell you this right now. There's a lot of men I've heard men from Sweden like, you don't know how bad it is in Sweden, all right? Bro, you don't know how bad it is in the US. There is no way that it is bad in Sweden as it is in the US. You guys get access to a bunch of things like social benefits. You have a welfare system there in Sweden that supports men. They actually try to pretend like there's actually equality between men and women in Sweden. So men are able to actually qualify for things like benefits and a bunch of different things. Also, you don't, despite how feminist Sweden is, you don't have certain weirdos like all over Sweden. You also don't have the same obesity crisis that you have in Sweden that you have in the United States. For the most part, people still look like people in Sweden. Most people in Sweden are not struggling with obesity. They're fairly healthy. I'm not saying Sweden is perfect, but compared to the United States, Sweden is like a paradise. And these men don't even realize what they have until it's gone. You cannot survive in America. America is extremely expensive. Women have been living off the state and the simp economy this entire time, and now they can't survive anymore. That's why they're breaking down and crying on social media, saying they don't know how they're going to make it, because they barely have money. They barely have money to even eat for that day, unless they can find a simp to subsidize their living. You know, it's ridiculous. Josh says, "Oh, they are finally learning what pride before destruction. They're finally learning what pride before destruction in the Bible means." Uh-huh. Let me see here. Josh says, "ATM is always ATM is always take mans and Mac machines are cash machines." Okay, let's keep going. Let's keep going. I can't read, guys. If you want me to read your comments, you have to remember, you have to like don't you have to phrase them carefully, because like I can't just like read like anything that has like certain words that are not going to play along well, then I'm not even going to be able to put them on the screen. So you have to be coy with it. Like for example, I say D and P, or I say would, but I don't actually say, what, I don't actually say the word. You gotta be smart. Gotta be smart. Gotta be smart, boys. Josh says, couldn't pay me enough for that marriage trap. Uh-huh. RW says, can't wait for like a $5 million dowry from a Norwegian princess. Let's see. Mr. says, you better pay if you want this booty, ladies. Jab. Mr. says, this D ain't free. The MGTOWs used to say, for years, the MGTOWs said, gentlemen, stop giving it away for free. It is not free. Stop giving it away for free. It is not. This is what's happening. Women are now discovering it's not free. D ain't free. D ain't free. It is not free. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. David Bryan says men don't need materialistic women to just blow all of their money. DNA says modern men. Modern men, yeah. These are modern men. Modern men. This is the comeback. This is basically Return of the Jedi. Okay? This is Return of the Jedi. This is the comeback to modern women, modern men. All right? Letting them know D ain't free. Let's see here. Let's let's see here. Celtic says, my dad was stationed in Korea in the army. He had a week he had a week's leave and went to Japan with another soldier. He loved the women, land, and culture. Telling y'all, telling y'all. See, things in Japan are so bad right now that Japanese women are looking for foreign men, especially because Japanese men don't want to be bothered. They don't want the stress. Josh says, don't do what they want. Value drops, obey, value rises. Don't do what they want. If you do what they want, your value drops. And yeah, I'm trying to figure out what he's saying. Let's see here. Repent. Repent says, and what women want? A man that plays video games? I don't know. What women want is a man who basically serves them and gives them everything that they have. Matthew says, simping ain't easy. Guys, it's so true. Simping ain't easy. They need a song for that. Simping ain't easy. Simping ain't. Yo, that's an idea. That is an idea. If you guys want me to drop a song, like I'm so serious, like because you hear the song that I have, you hear the song at the end of my videos, right? You hear the song at my end of videos, like nothing, nothing, nothing says you care like crypto, nothing can compare. Right? If you guys like that, if you want me to think, if you guys want me to do something like this, like if you want me to have a song produced called "Simpin' Ain't Easy," drop those super chats. Drop some super chats, you know. So because it's gonna cost money, I'm gonna have to hire someone to actually sing the song and write the song, sing the song, produce the song, and everything. So they're gonna have to do all the audio engineering and all of that. So yeah, if you're interested in that, if you guys want me to have a song made called "Simpin' Ain't Easy," Simpin' Ain't Easy, let me know, guys. Drop some supers and help with the cost of it, and I'll see if I can get that made for you guys. Drop the Simpin' Ain't Easy song, and like you guys can maybe there'll be a remix of it, like Simpin' Ain't Easy, Simpin' Ain't Easy. I don't know. Let me see here. Let's see here. Let's keep reading. Ty says, "Lol, that simp in the white shirt, t-shirt." Okay, let's keep going. True says, Post capitalism has made marriage and companionship irrelevant. I 100% agree. Oh gosh, MK Fitness is in the comment. He says that that's why I'm not. That's why I'm selling my untainted baby seed to China. Yeah, I guess you guys know what I mean by untainted. These guys, if I can't actually put your comment on, keep in mind, I can't put your comment on the screen if it's something that could actually bring up an issue. So be smart, like kind of mask your words a bit. I gotta get MK Fitness on another one of these podcasts, so if he's available. Definitely gotta get him on in one of the evenings, because I think you guys like the back and forth banter. You like the you like the back and forth banter. You like the back and forth banter. I tell you, it's so funny because like as I'm doing this stuff with you guys, I can literally be sitting here like working on these videos for you, like streaming right now, and then and while I'm doing this, I'm working on something else. I could be like designing a thumbnail for tomorrow's video, responding to emails, all right, or working on an article for this for the academy. Like it is crazy when you have work to do and you have to grind. Like you're just like, oh my gosh, checking messages. It's like it's crazy being an adult. I really don't get to play enough video games. I did play a little. I did play a little some. I like visual novels. I've been really enjoying visual novels lately, and so I play a little bit of some visual novels, but today, I didn't get any Monster Hunter Wild in today. It takes so much investment because you really have to be able to sit there and at least play for a couple hours in Monster Hunter Wild. So that kind of sucks. Oh. But yeah, I did get a little gaming in. Let me see here. Let's keep reading. Unknown says, "Good to see you, big dog." Let's keep going. Richard says, "Eastern European women are better than the rest." Okay. Mr. Killjoy, Mr. Kilroy says, Killjoy, right? It says Thai, Filipinas, South Koreans, Japanese women are hot stuff. Let me see here. Old movie says, "Hey AG, it's Eric Zombro. How hope that you're doing great, guys." Eric is one of my oldest subscribers. He is one of my OG subscribers, guys. Shout out to Eric in the comments. I'm glad he's still with us. But yeah, I know Eric. I've known Eric for many, many years. I've been doing this for 10 years. I don't know if Eric's been with me for all 10 years. He's been with me a long time. He has been with me such a long time. But yeah, that's one of my OG subscribers from a long, long time ago, Eric Zombro. Every so often, like one of the OGs is like lurking and pops up, but and I'll hear from someone who's been like, "Hey, Angry, I've been watching you for 10 years, but I just never said anything." Like MK Fitness is like one of those people, I think, like that watched me for a long time and just like never spoke to me. You know, like they were watching, but they didn't like, because I don't remember him. I don't remember MK from back in the day, but he told me he's like I used to watch you a lot. I was like, really, So yeah, there are people like that who they watch but they don't talk, they lurk, because and I guess it makes sense when you have thousands of subscribers. Even if you have only like say 1,000 or 3,000 subscribers, you have to realize that most of the people you most of the people are never going to comment on your videos, even when you're doing, because I used to do a lot of live streams. Most of these people are not going to leave comments. Most of these people are not even going to respond they're not going to respond in the chats, but they're watching, they're listening, they're observing, they're observing. And you discover like they hit you up like 10 years later, like, "Hey man, I miss you, man." I'm like, "Who the hell are you?" "I'm one of your OG subscribers, man. We go way back, bro." I'm like, "Really? Really, man? I've never heard from you. I don't know who you are. I didn't really talk, man. I never said anything, but I was always there for that. I was always there to give you moral support, bro. I believe in you. I believe in you." Oh gosh, let's keep going. Oh god, oh gosh. DNA says keep playing video games, man. Respect to that. Ghostwriter says America is toxic. Time to build and check out. Amen. That's why I keep telling y'all to go and get your money, like, and learn about crypto and invest in crypto, because there's not a lot of time left. There's 100% not a lot of time left. The economy, the financial system is on the brink. ATMs are going to freeze and banks are going to close their doors. Your assets are 100% at serious risk. So discover how to protect your wealth with cryptocurrency. At Angry's Crypto Academy, you'll master the skills to buy, sell, trade, and invest in the most secure coins, plus uncover 4 coins that virtually no one is talking about, poised to create new millionaires in the upcoming bull run. Click the link in the video description below to find out what these cryptos are and join the academy today, guys. I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. You guys better be prepared for hell on earth, because don't forget that those tariffs are going to come into effect soon, too. So everything is going to start costing more. Everything. Let's see here. Yaj says, "Hey, hello, Angry." Hello, Yaj. David says, "Any beautiful woman can find a simp." So you're saying that, dude, and yet look at China. They can't find. There's all these so-called beautiful leftover women, and men are not dating them. You have 1,000 women going to a dating event, and virtually no men showing up. The simp economy has collapsed in China. So it's not it, guys. It's not what you think it is. The simp economy is moving overseas. A lot of these simps, they're tired of being hurt. They're still simps, but they don't want to suffer anymore. All right. They don't take any accountability for what they've done, so that proves that they're still Sims. But it's like they don't have money like that. They're tired. They're getting old. They've already done enough damage to society so they'll go and chill with Satan and say and go play video games and watch the disparities. That's why I said that Sims were never allies to women. Women didn't realize that these Sims are not your friends. All right, these are opportunists. And now they're basically facing the consequences for basically getting in bed with the devil, because the Sims are of the devil. They have the Jezebel spirit within them. The Jezebel spirit does not just inhibit women, it also inhibits men. And the Sims, you can see that Sims 100% have the Jezebel spirit within them. David goes, "No song." I don't know, guys. I don't know if you guys want the song. You can. Charlie says, "Use AI and you can produce that song in 10 minutes for free." I'm not gonna start doing AI songs for you guys. Let's be serious. There's a big difference between producing an actual song and having someone produce a song for you, and having someone produce a song for you. And yeah, Mr. Killjoy says, watch Kahiva Universe, cute, smart South Korean lady. She covers her mouth when she laughs. Oh, that's adorable. Matthew says, six figures, size 6, and good credit or nothing. Drizzle, drizzle, damn. Bro says that he's looking for a woman who makes 6 figures, has a size 6 waist, and a good credit score or nothing. Yeah, these men are out here. These men are out here These men are out here gold digging. Y'all out here gold digging, huh? Y'all out here gold digging. Basically, you're flipping the script. Drizzle, drizzle. Xander says, at Angry Guy, I'm currently 2 months out from moving out of the state of California. Currently getting my money up and loving being single. Been grinding on my finances and mind. Progression feels great. Congratulations, Xander. Good job on that. Congratulations on that. Congratulations. It's a celebration. Party all night. You remember that? Remember congratulations from PewDiePie when he was battling T-Series? Y'all, the history of YouTube is going to be wild. The history of YouTube, like when someone drops like the history of YouTube song, it's going to be wild. All right. Yash says, Angry Guy owes me at least a dozen 1-inch OLED TVs. What the hell? What the hell? Just keep going. All right. Celtic says, 2016 to 2018 period was the angry MGTOW golden era. Guys, I used to go hard back in those days. He said 2018. I think 2019 counts. Well, 2019 I kind of started slacking off a bit. 2020, you know what happened in 2020, so I was not as active in 2020. So I guess he's kind of right. But I've been doing this for 10 years now. I have been doing this for 10 years now. And back in those days, a lot of this very big YouTubers, I used to I used to rub shoulders with them. Flash, 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 flash. Uh-oh, guys, y'all remember Flash Gordon? This guy's Flash Gordo. Flash Gordo, like Deuce Bigelow, male gigolo. He says, keep going your own way, gentlemen. These women need to experience what they have done by their own lack of morals and unintelligent behavior. Forget let's forget them. You see, guys, I told you, I know I have to go do the work for you. I have to twist the words around. I have to twist the words around so that they're acceptable. Let me see here. Let's see here. Let's see. Bad says, all hail Drizzle, all hail MGTOW, and all hail Crypto Gang. Crypto Gang, Crypto Gang, Crypto Gang. Let's see here. Let's keep going. Oh, gosh. MK says, yep, I'm making my Filipina start 3 companies. Oh, gosh. Come and knock on my door. Come and knock on my door. We've been waiting for you. We've been waiting for you. I don't remember the words. The rest of it is like, Three's company too. Do. Ma, can you imagine? Oh, you know what? Let me look at the lyrics for it. How do you say Three's company? Three's company lyrics. Three's company lyrics. Suzanne Summers passed away not too long ago. She had a condition, a health issue that took her from us. But let me see here. Let's see if we can find the lyrics. Three's Company was pretty lit back in the day. That's 70s and 80s babies right there. All right, 70s, 80s babies right there. Let me see here. Let's try this one. Let's see if I can put this on. Let's see if we can do this. Let's see. I got it. Come and knock on our door. Come and knock on our door. We've been waiting for you. We've been waiting for you. Where's the kisses and hers, his? Three's company too. Come and dance on our floor. Come and dance on our floor. Take a step that is new. Take a step that is new. We've a lovable space that needs your face. Three's company too. you'll see that life is a ball again. Laughter is calling for you. Do. Down at our rendezvous. Three is company two. Do. I know I can't sing, but who gives a damn when you're having fun? I mean, my gosh, how many songs were guys? How many great series were out there? What other great theme songs did we have back in the day? What other great theme songs did we have back in the day? Let me think. Let me think. Let me think. Come on. Oh my goodness. I'm trying to think of like a good one. I am not gonna do Fresh Prince of Bel Air. How does that one go? Now this is a story all about how my life got flipped. Now it's like I want to do it, but then at the same time, it's like it's like I don't want to support Will Smith because like Will still did Will like what he did to Chris. What he did to Chris, we can't forget. Never forget. Oscars was it like Oscars 2022, Oscars 2023. I think it was Oscars 2023. Like hashtag never forget. Hashtag never forget. Like we will always remember what Will did. We will always remember what he did. But those were like Fresh Prince lyrics. Oh my gosh, Blossom, Blossom TV show lyrics. Oh my gosh, let me see. What were the lyrics like that for Blossom? Let me see. Let's check out the lyrics for Blossom. Oh my gosh. All right, I can't sing for crap. I know. I know. I don't care. Let's see here. The opinionation. Is it? Don't know about the future. Oh, don't know about the future. That's anybody's guess. Ain't no, ain't no good reason for getting all depressed. Fire up your pad and pencil. I'll give you a piece of my mind. Dun 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 dun. In my opinionated, in my opinionation, the sun is surely gonna shine. Dun 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 dun. Stop all your fussing, slap on a smile, come out and walk in the sun for a while. Don't fight the feeling. You know what you want to have a good time. And in my opinionation, the sun is gonna surely shine. Dun, 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 dun. I butchered that so bad. I was not. That definitely was not mine. That definitely was not for me. Let's see. Let's see. Fresh Prince of Bel Air. Bel Air. All right. Let's pull that one up. Okay, this is way too long. I just looked at the Fresh Prince of Bel Air, and it's like they gave me this like the really really long lyrics. Like that's way too much. Okay, no, we got this one. Now this is a story all about how my life got flipped, turned upside down, and I'd like to take a minute, just sit right there, and tell you all about how I became the prince of a town called Bel Air. Dun 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 dun. In West Philadelphia, born and raised on the playground is where I spent most of my days, chilling out, maxing, relaxing, all cool, and shooting some b-ball outside of the school. When a couple of guys who were up to no good started making trouble in my neighborhood, I got in one little fight, and my mom got scared and said, "You're moving with your auntie and your uncle in Bel Air." I whistled for a cab, and when it came near, the license plate said fresh and had a dice in the mirror. If anything, I could say that this cab was rare, but I thought, nah, forget it. You're home to Bel Air. Dun 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 dun. I pulled up to the house about 7 or 8 and yelled to the cabbie, "You're home, smell you later." Looked at my kingdom. I was finally there to sit on my throne as the Prince of Bel Air. Dun 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 dun. No 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 no. Dun 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 dun. Uh uh I don't give a damn. I know you're like angry. You're crazy. You think I'm crazy. You think I'm litter. You think I'm both. Oh my god. Let me look at the comments. Oh my, the Wonder Years. The Wonder Years, really? Oh my god. Let me see here. I am not doing the Wonder Years. I am not doing the Wonder Years where it's like the Wonder Years. The Wonder Years were kind of like sad. Like the Wonder Years were like kind of sad. Like they were not like the theme song for the Wonder Years was interesting, but it was like it was also kind of like it was also kind of sad. Like I don't know. The Wonder Years TV series. Serious lyrics, guys. No one can tell me that Winnie Cooper was not a total baddie. You cannot tell me Winnie Cooper was not a total baddie. What would you do if I sang out of tune? That's singing. That's me. Would you stand up and walk out on me? Lend me your ears, and I'll sing you a song. I will try not to sing it out of key. Yeah. Oh, baby, I get by with a little bit of help from my friends. By with a little help from my friends. All I need is my buddies. By with a little help from my friends. I said I'm gonna get by with a little help from my friends. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Said I don't know if that's what I'm sure to do, baby. By with a little help from my friends. Said I'm gonna make it with my friends. By with a little help from my friends. Well, oh! I'm gonna keep on trying. By with a little help from my friends. Said I'm gonna keep on trying. That's actually the lyrics. I butchered the living hell out of that. I apologize. I repent somewhat. I repent somewhat. Like I know. Gosh, my ears hurt. Oh my gosh. John says, "I don't think you're crazy, angry. I know you're crazy, guys. You notice that they always call you crazy, but they don't call you a liar. You ever notice that they always call you crazy, but they never call you a liar? Don't ever forget that out." Matthew says, "Angry has a voice like Fergie and Jesus." Oh God, oh God. Celtic says, "Sounds like drunk karaoke." Oh God. Aren't you Come on, guys. Aren't you entertained? Aren't you entertained? Omega says, "Now let's remember what Will Smith did to his son Jaden. Is a is a questionable young man, and Jaden is not free from blame. And Jada is not free from blame. Absolutely, absolutely." Celtics like Will Simp, Will Simp, different strokes. I don't even remember the song for Different Strokes. I really don't. I really don't. Where an old white man takes in some struggling young black kids and gives them a better life. Oh gosh, that show was such a hoot. Arnold, what are you talking about, Willis? What are you talking about? I swear he was probably getting his. I know that. I know he was. I know Gary Coleman was getting beat. Was getting spanked on the set. Oh gosh. Matthew says, What did Matthew say? Let me see this right here. Matthew said, "I saw a deaf guy do karaoke. It sounded like two zombies making love." Wow. 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 That's so messed up. That's so messed up. Oh gosh. Bobby says they turned him into a transformer. Let me see here. John says, the world, well, the world don't move to the beat of just one drum." That's it. That's the intro for Different Strokes. The world don't move to the beat of just one drum. Blah 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 blah. Oh gosh, guys, do you remember the song Friends? What was it Friends TV series? Was it Friends? Was it I'll Be There for You? I'll be there for you. Dun, 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 dun. How the hell did that go? When you need me to? Oh my gosh! How did the hell did the Friends lyrics go for the show? How did the lyrics go? Let me see here. Let me see. Let's see if we can look at the lyrics. It was like, so no one told you life was gonna be this way. Ta 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 ta. Your job is a joke. You're broke. Your love life's DOA. It's like you're always stuck in second gear when it hasn't been your day, your week, your month, even your year. But I'll be there for you. When the rain starts to pour, I'll be there for you. like I've been there before. I'll be there for you because you're there for me too. That was terrible. All right. Do you see how the lengths I will go to entertain you? All right. Bob's like ta 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 ta. Don 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 don. Yeah, y'all have been watching the Don Don anime. Don 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 Don. I really got to work on my Japanese. Matthew so messed up. He goes, "That's what Ketamine said to Matthew Perry." Holy cow, bro! Oh snap! Oh snap! It's like, guys, could you imagine? Could you imagine if Jennifer Aniston saw a comment like that? She'd be like sobbing in tears. Or like, what's wrong, Jen? Too soon? Oh my gosh, you guys are mean. You're mean. Oh my gosh. Oh gosh. Guys, like I said, don't focus on relationships and dating. Focus on getting your money. The financial system is on the brink of collapse. The ATMs are going to freeze up. You're going to see the banks chain up those doors. You're not going to be able to access any of your money. And the only way you're going to be able to protect your wealth is if you have cryptocurrency. And you should go and check out Angry's Crypto Academy because we teach you how to master, the skills to buy, sell, trade, and invest in the coins in the most secure coins. And you'll also be able to uncover 4 coins that virtually no one is talking about right now that are going to create new millionaires in the upcoming bull run. So you can click the link in the video description below to find out what those coins are and join the academy today so you don't end up in a TTC. You don't end up in Tyrone 10 City where Tyrone is the king of 10 City and he's going to rule 10 City with an iron fist. When he's hungry, he's going to eat. When he's thirsty, he's going to drink. When he wants some loving, he's going to get some loving because Tyrone is the king of 10 City and he's going to rule 10 City with an iron fist.
Situations. In truth, one might agree to provide a house and car, but would a woman dare reveal her marriage medical checkup results and hotel check-in records? Men are going all out to offer a fully paid house and car simply because they want to marry a pure woman. And isn't that demand reasonable? So, what is the current situation of leftover women in the Shanghai matchmaking market? A marriage broker shared with us her experience.
Let
me tell you, I was so furious I nearly died of rage. A 35-year-old lady went on a blind date with a local Shanghai man, and after just 2 sentences, the guy walked out. I ended up wasting 2 whole days of work. This woman is 35. We spent 2 entire days preparing her profile, styling her image, and matching both sides' conditions. And then I arranged for them to meet at our agency. I was even there, but I just couldn't stop it from happening. The moment the woman met the man, she said, "Hi, just so you know, I have a bad temper. I'm very straightforward, and I'm not very good at housework. I expect the man to take care of that." The man didn't even give a proper self-introduction.
So, guys, imagine going on a date, and the first thing you do as a woman is to tell the man you have a bad temper, and you don't do housework, so you're gonna have to take care of that. I have a bad temper, and I don't do her housework, and you want a wealthy man. Guys, modern women I don't do housework. I have a bad temper and I don't do housework. And then they're shocked that the man gets up and walks out on the person. What woman modern women are so cooked right now. I have a bad temper and I don't do housework. I don't do housework and I don't pay bills. Y'all, they are so cooked. They are so cooked.
He made up some excuse about having something to take care of and left. I was sitting there completely dumbfounded. Meanwhile, the woman started cursing, saying, "How could there be such petty men in the world?" I was truly at a loss for words. The rest of this matchmaking scene turned into a textbook example. Today, a couple came into our agency for a blind date. After they sat down, the man immediately asked the woman, "How much do you earn per month?" She said, "A bit over 8,000 yuan. Then the man said, "Your family must be quite well off, right?" The woman replied, "Just average. My parents are ordinary." The man then asked, "Have you bought a house?" She answered no. After hearing that, the man said, "Then let's not talk any further. I've got something to do." The young woman was a bit baffled and said, "You start by asking about my income. Are you really here for a blind date?" The man responded, "It's not like that. I just think we're not a good match, so let's not waste our time."
So bro was out there looking for a sugar mama. Bro was out. So guys, 8,000 yuan in China is actually works out to about 1,000 United States dollars. about 1,098. So I told you that, 7 a salary of 700 USD in China is actually a pretty good salary. She makes so 5,000, about 5,000 yuan is a pretty good salary, about which is right around $700. About 8,000 yuan works out to about almost 1,100 US dollars. That's a pretty good salary in China, but yet women in China are demanding men who make 100,000 yuan a month, and are million yuan a year, and are going to pay them a million yuan just for marriage. It's absolutely insane. $100,000 for marriage. So, but on the other hand, you have these kings out there now who are like, they're letting them know that D ain't free, and they're looking for a sugar mama. So they're trying to marry into money. So if the woman doesn't have money, if her parents have money, they'll take that too. But D ain't free. These guys, this is look at these opportunist men. DA free. Modern women are learning now. DA free. It's not free, ladies. It was never free. You were just blindsided.
The woman asked, "What exactly is wrong with us?" The man replied, "If you really want to know, I'll tell you. As soon as I walked in, I noticed your bag cost tens of thousands of yuan, yet your salary is only about 8,000. Moreover, you're renting a shared apartment perhaps, where the rent is about 1,000, food costs about 1,500, and utilities plus other expenses add up to roughly 1,000. And on top of that, you still have to buy clothes. Honestly, your clothes aren't cheap either. So can you really manage to save 1,000 yuan a month? I'd say even 1,000 yuan is too much for you to save. Given all that, the only possible explanations for you having a bag worth tens of thousands of yuan are these. Either someone gifted it to you, in which case, why would they give you such an expensive bag? Or you bought it on credit. Am I supposed to help you pay it off? Or third, the bag is fake.
Y'all, these men are doing math. Y'all, these men are doing math. These men are dangerous. I told y'all, be very careful with men. There was always some man checking the math. This man was checking the math from the moment she walked in. Bro was checking. Nah, no. Oh my gosh, y'all. This bro was checking the math. He was immediately checking the math. Women need to stop messing with men. Men will check the math. Jesus, this is where we at right now with y'all fellas. This is where we are right now with y'all fellas. Y'all out here doing the math, checking the math instantly. Jesus help us. This man checked as soon as she walked in. This man was already checking the math. Oh my gosh. So basically she either has to be in debt or she's walking around with fake stuff, but one way or another she's probably in debt. This dude, holy cow.
If you can't afford the real thing, then there's no need for you to buy one. But insisting on buying a fake just doesn't sit right with me.
Matthew says, see angry, good credit. Damn.
The young woman, clearly indignant, said, "Can't I just save up for a year or two and buy a bag I really like?" The man replied, "If you're scrimping every month just to buy that bag, then we're even less compatible." And then the young woman almost burst into tears from anger. A netizen remarked that the prevalence of leftover women today isn't solely due to their own shortcomings. It's also directly related to the negative influences of our social environment.
Stay away from women with debts, Danny G.
And media discourse.
明明是同龄男人比女人多3000万。
She said, "What are they promoting? That there are over 30 million more men than women? That bachelors are everywhere? So why has the situation reversed now? At first, I didn't understand, until I saw this comment online." The comment read, "Woman, age 34, residence, first-tier city, occupation, white-collar worker, still single." This woman claimed that her requirements weren't high at all. She expects her partner to have a Shanghai residency, own a house, hold a postgraduate degree, and earn an annual salary of 1 million yuan. And he also has to be handsome and be able to cook. Some netizens replied, "Aren't those requirements way too high?" To which she responded, "How can that be high? Didn't that person in so-and-so's book and that person on TV eventually turn their lives around and succeed?"
Okay, so guys, this man has to be able to cook and clean to take care of the woman. He has to make a million yuan a month, not a month, 1 million yuan a year, which works out to almost 150,000 United States dollars. So he has to make over $100,000 a year. He has to be good looking, meaning 6'6". He has to have a six pack. He has to be 6 feet, at least be close to 6 feet tall. He has to make above six figures, and he has to have and of course he has to be able to deliver 6 inches, 6'6". All right, in China, where a good salary is 700 US dollars a month, where 5,000 yuan a month is a good salary. A man must make these women expect a man that's basically going to be a husband and a wife and cook and clean for them and give them everything that they want and in return, he gets to be in her presence. And of course, she wants a massive dowry, $1 million dowry. You've got to be kidding me. So it's going to cost almost $150,000 to marry her. He needs to bring in at least almost $150,000 a year to keep her happy. He has to be able to cook because she gets hungry, and so he's basically going to be her personal chef. And so he has to cook for her, clean for her, work for her, serve her, and he gets her. And in return, he gets her presence. Y'all, men need to. This is why men are done. This is why men are done. That Danny G says the audacity of those women is so insane. It's madness. It's madness. I don't know. It's downright sick. Bad says so. That's how 666 was man made since. Damn. Saul says feminism defines modern women. Yaj says leftover woman. Something like Junwa, Junwa, or leftover woman. Oh gosh. Bad says never deal with the devil. Never deal with the devil. Oh boy, oh boy. Oh my gosh. Let me see here. Let's see here. Okay. All right. Well, guys. Well, my friends. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Men going their own way is humbling women. Let me see here. Let's see. PK says, but other than that, I understand where you're coming at, and I agree with everything you said, Angry Sama, sir. Okay, cool. Guys, look at this. This was the inaugural Angry After Dark episode 1. Angry After Dark episode 1. How awesome is that? How awesome is that? And look at all the supers or lack thereof them. All right? You didn't even tip your bartender. Y'all get on me when I don't tip the delivery driver, but you didn't even tip your bartender. All right? It's like you don't even realize the bartender has bills too. The bartender has to, it's time is money. Time is money. You didn't even tip your bartender. That's something else. And then y'all get on me when I don't tip the delivery man. When I don't tip the DoorDash guy, who should be glad that he even has that kind of job. He should be grateful that he's even able to deliver food. All right, that the punk. All right. Ah, man, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Yaj says Hung Lo gets it for free. Also, what do you guys think? What Matthew says, sorry, bro, I bought crypto. I made you laugh though. Men going their own way is humbling women. What do you guys think about everything we discussed here in the comments? What do you think about this, guys? What do you think about the first Angry After Dark inaugural episode 1? Episode 1. Let me. Oh gosh. PK says I'm an artist slash animator creating my own anime slash manga. I'm a Sigma male, happy being single, living my own life. Have my money, property, everything. My money is my choice. My property, my choice. My life, my choice. Most men don't want to have relationships anymore. They want to have they want their peace. They want their peace. Keep up the good work. All right, guys. So let me know what you guys think about this. Let me know what you think about this episode. If you like, let me know if you guys like the name. If I should keep on using this name, Angry After Dark. Let me know if the name was good. Matthew says it was a cool hangout, but it's not the same without Elijah. There was this joke, guys. Y'all remember? Some of y'all were here yesterday when I had when this bum came into the chat and everyone roasted him, roasted him like hardcore. This bum, but he's gone now. He's gone now. Let me know what you guys thought about the chat. Let me know if you guys want me to keep the name Angry After Dark. Let's know. Let's talk about it in the comments. And it's just let me know if you agree that women are facing extremely hard times and it's only going to get harder as more men continue walking away from relationships, dating, and choosing their peace. Let me know your thoughts. We'll talk about it in the comments. Like the video if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe, and if you like the video, share the video, and just remember that all roads lead to MWA, men walking away, and share.
care like crypto. Nothing can compare. Nothing says you care like crypto. Oh, nothing can compare to crypto.